I am a full-time professional caricature artist at live events for over 10 years now, and I have learned and developed a lot of great drawing exercises that help me to get better at what I do. And I think these methods and exercises can help you too, so let's start drawing. Okay, on this next one, I'm going to draw this lady from the actress from the Fallout 4 TV series. And this is the last page on my sketchbook, and the sketchbook is kind of bouncing up and down, but we'll try to ignore that and get this sketch on. And on this one, I'm not going to use my live drawing method. On this one, I'm going to do a sketch because I'm going to have to feel this out to get this right. And I'm going to exaggerate on this one. And the first thing that pops out to me is her eyes are gigantic. She's got huge eyes. Look at that. Bada boom. And she has a skinny nose. The bridge of her nose is skinny. And then the bulb of the nose is upturned, so I can also exaggerate the upturned nose. And an upturned nose, you just got to draw more of this bottom plane. Like this is, so basically this is the eyeball inside her head. Now we're going to put eyelids on top of that giant eyeball. Then the bottom eyelid. Okay, I don't normally do this. Like, I draw the shape of the giant eyeball first and then put lids on top of it. That's not how I normally do it, but for this face, I feel like that's the best way for me to get the eyelids right. I mean, the eyelids, the bottom, and also to kind of illustrate how huge her eyes are. That's going to be under the hair, but to get the right angle, I'm going to go ahead and draw it out. All right, and then the mouth. It's small, but it's going to be smaller now. Put a little smile on there. Another thing is these cheekbones. And then you've got the jaw, which is small, and the chin, which is close to her mouth, but square. I mean, that seems like a square shape there. Like that line right there, perfectly square. Okay, here we go. Chin on the other side, then this cheekbone here. Usually the cheekbones will line up with the mouth, so that's why I'm connecting it now in the sketch. Her ear is up here. And another trick I use to find the ear placement is just draw an imaginary line on the photo. If I do that, it seems like it's lining up in this area, and so that's how I draw it. Draw a small neck, but I don't want it to be a chicken neck, so I don't draw it too small. Then we've got this uniform. And the interesting kind of unique bangs. And if you look, these bangs kind of, if you think of all this as a noodle, like a lasagna noodle, it wraps around this other noodle. This here is the second noodle, lasagna noodle of hair shape. and it wraps around. Got it. That's my sketch. Now let's see if I can ink it in without messing it up. Okay, at this point I really like my sketch, so I'm basically sticking to the sketch, but I am focusing on the line work. I want to get thin and thick lines and a lot of variation between the thin and thick lines, and I want every line to taper at the end. The interior of the face has lots of thin lines, and when I do a thin line, I want it to be razor thin, like barely there. And then on the outside of the face, the lines get much thicker, and then even the outside of the hair, that's when I put down the really bold and thick lines. Okay, let me see if I can fill in her hair without messing it up. I need to practice filling in hair with ink. And I've got plenty of time, so let's do it. So I'm thinking of this as one shape, this area here. I'm going to start from this side and shade in. Then I'm going to start from the other side and shade in. And hopefully there's going to be some cool highlights left in the middle. And I'm following the direction of the hairs that I see in the photo. I mean, if I was doing it live, I would follow the directions of the hairs I see in the person I'm looking at. So and it helps to have a marker that's slightly dried up. When I first started working at Disney World, I used to work beside this artist named Jimmy Piera, and he was really great at using this technique to ink in the hair on people with dark hair really fast, even while he was drawing them live. But I kind of avoided the technique a lot because it slowed me down and I wanted to draw faster, but now I want to practice that and get good at it and add it into the repertoire, so to speak. In other words, I could add it into my toolbox of techniques that I use when I'm drawing people at live events. Okay, that is my practice exercise for today. I used the full sketch method, and I love practicing like this, but if you liked this type of an exercise, then you might love some of my other videos where I go through 6 or 7 different ways to attack drawing caricatures, and you might find your favorite exercise. It could be like an atomic bomb going off in your brain and that you begin learning at an explosive rate, because there's many different angles to come at drawing caricatures. And I'll put links at the end of this video, end cards that you can click on and check out those other exercises. Well, in the meantime, next time I see you or you see me, I hope you enjoyed this video.